Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're out in Silver Ridge Peaks today. We're gonna do a little Silver Ridge Peaks excursion. We might shoot a couple things, but in this video I want to talk specifically about backfilling. So we know that with this new update we're getting backfilling, right? Every map, almost every map, except for Revontuli Coast, it was announced that every map will be getting at least one new species, current in-game species, so no new species, no new models or anything, but basically they're going to put at least one new species. They're going to backfill to all of the maps except for Revontuli, because Revontuli already has 19,000 species. It doesn't need any more. So, and that's really cool. Very, very exciting part of this new update that's coming. Initially, they said that Blacktail were going to be on Silver Ridge Peaks, and then they went back to the drawing board. They went back into the EW scientific laboratories, and they were like, hang on, there's literally zero Blacktail in Colorado, so that doesn't make sense. So we're not going to do that. But I got a little secret, you guys. I got a little secret. It just so turns out Colorado is absolutely loaded with other species that are already in the game. In this video, we're going to talk about some possibilities. Now, they haven't announced anything being added to Silver Ridge Peaks, like instead of the Blacktail. They haven't announced anything. I imagine when they made that decision to not do the Blacktail, hopefully they simultaneously were like starting to brainstorm, okay, well, what can we do instead? So it's been a couple weeks. Hopefully that is something that has been on their mind since they decided not to do Blacktail. Okay, what can we do instead? Because I would be really disappointed if they didn't do something instead and add something to Silver Ridge Peaks. Like I said, the game is absolutely loaded with species that do exist and live and thrive in the Colorado area. Okay, so this map could have so many other species. There's a 4 in here that I want to shoot. That one right there. It's a diamond potential 4, and we're going to really quickly shoot it. And then we're going to continue with the discussion. But there are some awesome possibilities for Silver Ridge Peaks, and some more specifically than others I think would be really good for this map. I think people would love it. It would make this map even better than it already is. This is probably, this one went aggressively that. This is probably the favorite map amongst the community. I know it used to be. I imagine it probably still is. Like by far, this has always been, you know, one of the favorites, if not the kind of ultimate favorite map amongst the community. I think most people's favorite map is still probably Silver Ridge Peaks. But yeah, so let's go pick this guy up. It's a huge list, man. Like tons of mammals, lots of birds, literally every single duck that is currently in the game. There's like, what, 7 species: mallards, Eurasian widgeons, cinnamon teal, tufted duck, goldeneye, harlequin duck, Eurasian teal, green-winged teal, the new green-winged teal as well. They're all in, they can all be found in Colorado. Every single one. They could pick one of those, boom, all of a sudden you got duck hunting on Silver Ridge Peaks. You know, now we know that we're getting a great one moose, right? I think everybody at this point knows that. Moose are already on a lot of different maps, right? Layton Lakes, Medved Taiga, Yukon Valley, Revontuli Coast, right? Could they be on a 5th map? Could they be added to Silver Ridge Peaks? Lots of moose in this area of the planet. Could be a thing. The same with whitetail. Another great one species. Whitetail are in Colorado. Lots of whitetail in Colorado. They could definitely add whitetail. This is a 187. Of course, it's going to score like at the bottom of that estimate, but yeah, 221's diamond. This guy's top estimate was 229. You gotta check those. You gotta check those. Let's move around the map a little bit. I want to check this lake right here. Now, there's so many other possibilities though. We've only scratched the surface. We talked about ducks. We talked about the possibility of a moose or a whitetail being added. There's a lot of smaller game that could be added. Some kind of mid-size game that could be added to Silver Ridge Peaks. Silver Ridge Peaks doesn't currently really have any mid-size game, right? No coyotes, no red foxes. Coyotes, red foxes, lynx, bobcats are in Colorado, all species that could work in Silver Ridge Peaks. What about wolves, you guys? I know we already have the mountain lions, but there are gray wolves. Gray wolves are abundant in Colorado. That could be another predator species. What about bears, you guys? You guys like bears? Grizzly bears and brown bears live in this area of the world as well. So that could be a second map for grizzly bears. It could be another map for brown bears. What about raccoons? Silver Ridge Peaks raccoons. Raccoons are in Colorado. We could have another map for raccoons. So many possibilities. Coyotes on a second map, red fox on a second map would be very welcomed by the community and would be a huge, awesome addition to this map. Rabbits, this map doesn't have any of the small game like rabbits. Eastern cottontail as well as whitetail jackrabbits do live in the Colorado area, so those would work as well. We got a mountain lion over here. I mean, how interesting would it be to have like mountain lions and bobcats? Now, I know that's going to probably sway people in in the direction of no friggin' way, don't do that. The mountain lions are already super annoying, but there is obviously there are ways that this could be done. The predators aren't an issue on every map. I know the mountain lions recently have been an issue on Silver Ridge Peaks, but most of the maps do have predators. They're not usually always in the way. There are ways that they can do it, and they usually do it where the predators don't get in the way of the hunting, and it's done in a way that's balanced. And I think it could be really cool to have another predator species on this map for sure. I think another big thing we need to talk about are Colorado birds. There are so many birds in Colorado. Over 1,000 species of birds and so many different types. If you Google this, it is incredible. It is absolutely incredible, the size of the list of species and types of different birds in Colorado. It is absolutely astounding. Let's go check out this area. It's 9:55 right now, just kind of randomly hunting, seeing what's on my map as we talk about this. But yeah, like we said, every species of ducks in the game currently can be found in Colorado. Any of those species of ducks would be perfectly viable and practical to put on this map. It would be accurate. They could just pick one, put it on the map, boom, suddenly you got duck hunting. But also upland birds. Ptarmigan are in Colorado. Whitetail ptarmigan, though, a little bit different than willow and rock ptarmigan, although I think you could pretty much use almost the exact same models as the willow ptarmigan. They do look similar. But that is an option if they wanted to go that direction. Ring-necked pheasants, I know they're already adding them to Hirschfelden and Quattro, but ring-necked pheasants are abundant in Colorado. That could be another map for pheasants. A big one for me that I would love to see them do would be the northern bobwhite quail. Would love to see quail on this map. I think that would be really cool. Another chance, maybe a little bit easier chance than Mississippi, to get a diamond bobwhite quail. I know the quail are being added to New England as well, so that would be a third map for the bobwhite quail, but that's another option. There's a lot of grouse species. There's a few different grouse species in Colorado. None of them are currently in the game. They're all different versions of different species of grouse. So I don't know if that would work. Canada geese are in Colorado. I personally am kind of getting a little bit bored of the Canada geese. I'm a little bit disappointed that we didn't get something else for Yukon, whether it be Roosevelt elk or, there's a lot of better options, I think, than Canada geese for Yukon Valley, but it is what it is. But yeah. Oh my gosh. What? Okay. Well, I wasn't planning on seeing that for this video. This was not meant to be that kind of video. So yeah, I changed the time. I wanted to see if we could find something while hunting, while talking about the backfilling on Silver Ridge Peaks. I did not plan on seeing that. I have not seen one of those in a very long time. Alert for some reason. Fleeing. Yeah, that's a mountain lion. Okay, there's a 5 there. What do we do? I think I might not shoot this for this video. I think I might save this for today's stream. Oh gosh, that's crazy. Yeah, that looks huge too. What rack is that? Gosh, I don't even know. It's been so long for me. And my biggest diamond is only, I think, 320s. So I don't have a massive one. Look at this, these mountain lions. So one other thing I need to mention that I haven't mentioned, I think I mentioned it once or twice, but the mountain lions. So the mountain lions are getting a change, right, to they're getting a full pop reset, and they're getting a change to their drink time because there's such an issue when hunting these guys, the black bears. The mountain lions are an issue for every species, and the problem is, and I notice it anytime I'm hunting anything on Silver Ridge Peaks now, there's mountain lions resting or feeding right near the water. I'm noticing it right now as I'm hunting mule deer, so that's an issue. I hope they're changing that too. I hope they're changing their home ranges completely and putting them up away from the water, because they're an issue for every animal. So where did this mule deer go? Not sure where he went. I think we'll shoot that in today's stream. I was not thinking we were going to see anything that cool in this while recording this video, but that's pretty much everything. That's pretty much the end of this video. I wanted to talk about all the possibilities for Silver Ridge Peaks backfilling, all the mammals. We talked about that. We talked about the rabbits, right? Eastern cottontail and whitetail jackrabbit, and then all the birds, right? Every single duck currently in the game could be found in Colorado. All the everything, the pheasant, bobwhite quail, Canada geese, possibly a ptarmigan species. I would love to see some other bird on this map other than turkeys, because you know, Colorado is so abundant with birds. There are so many bird species, incredible bird population in that area. So I would not be against a duck or just some kind of upland bird species. But I mean, it would be super cool if they did something like red fox too. Red foxes are just getting their model rework with this update. How cool would it be? I think this would be a perfect map for red fox. I think it would work really well. The only thing I would hope for, if they add something like red fox or coyote or bobcats or something like that, keep them out of the bottom right corner, keep them out of all these lakes that are surrounded by tall reeds, and put them in these areas, right, where there's less kind of reeds at the lakes. Some of these lakes do have them, but that would be my only thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to talk about that and start the conversation. Not a lot of people talking about, you know, Silver Ridge Peaks. Are we going to get something else? They haven't mentioned anything other than the fact that we're not getting Blacktail and Silver Ridge Peaks. I do hope they add something. What do you guys think? What would you like to see added out of all the things we talked about today? What would you like to see added the most? Would you like to see moose on Silver Ridge Peaks, or do you think they're already on enough maps? Would you like to see whitetail, or do you think they're already on enough maps? If they add anything that we talked about in this video, what species would you like to see the most in Silver Ridge Peaks? Thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're on the road to 40,000 subscribers. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.